at you with another kind of cool video. And the topic today is gonna be you've been tagged and don't even know it. So we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna let y'all get on the chat. Uh, give y'all a couple of minutes, get some folk in here, and then we'll get going. Until then, you hit the live. Go ahead and hit the like, hit the subscribe. After this video post, go ahead and drop some comments. That way, what's up, Ms. E? That way, you guys can be involved in the conversation. Muhammad, how you doing there, brother? Salute. And as y'all jumping on the chat, go ahead and hit the thumbs up real quick. Let's get that business out of the way. Support the channel. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna let some other folk get on here, and then we'll get ramped up and get started. Got a lot of noise going on around here. They're doing some work at the place. So see Marie in the house. They're doing some work, so you're gonna hear a little background noise. Give me just a second. I've got to get a word with my sponsor here. Hang on one second. Everything good?
Yeah.
I'm on the live. I'm gonna do a live real quick.
Thank you.
My sponsor's my wife, so.
You're good here.
Come on. I'm gonna go ahead and do this for about 30 minutes. All right, I'm back. That was a quick commercial break. Oh, I forgot to turn the camera off. My bad. Y'all heard all that, huh? All right, cool. No editing. That's how Major does it. Very limited, if that. All right. See if a few more people jump on here. Lisa Pearl in the house. LJ, Stacy Jones. Jesus Drip on Satan's Playground. What up? Juice Harris. Braxton the Snake Fiend. What up? What up? You really like snakes, bro? That's kind of weird, but okay. I mean, to each his own. Louisiana Young Buck in the building. That's what's up. All right, let's see if a few more people jump on. Got all the groovy crew, the juicy crew with me. J.O., what's up? Eddie Everett, what up? Let's see who else jump on. Get to 40 and then we're going to roll. All right? That's my quota. But this quota don't come with writing you a traffic ticket for $300. You know, cops got to get their quotas in on them traffic tickets. Anthony, what's up? What's up? Appreciate you. Let's see, we got 39. We need one more. So it's 39 of you guys. If y'all could all hit the thumbs up real quick. It really helped the messages get out. When you don't support the channel like that, then it limits how many people can see what's going on, what we're talking about. And then that's just a way to support the channel. Appreciate it. First I thought it said Eddie Levert, but then my eyes corrected because I was going to be like, Eddie Levert on here from the OJs? That's what's up. Angela Cohen, that's what's up. All right, cool. Okay, Braxton, that's what's up. I get it. That's groovy, man. That's what's up, for real. You like snakes, I like, guns. You like guns, they like flowers. It's always something. So it's just always gonna be something. Sharon, how you doing? How you doing there? Is everybody coming in? I can move. Let me move to another location. I'm gonna move to a different location because you tell them I'm doing a live video so they don't think I'm no disrespect. No. Yeah. So let me move. Move to another spot. All right, get some light going in here. In just a second. Let's see what we got. All right, y'all cool? Think I'll be all right in here. We're gonna see how loud. Vietnamese people talk extremely loud. Like, you can't imagine how loud they talk. So if you're doing something live or something, you ain't gonna get too much live in if they talking, because they be going. You think they arguing about something? They be making mean looking faces. All they talking about is, my chickens got out the bin last night. I didn't catch them, so I don't know where they at. I thought he was about to start a fight, take out a machete and chop me up. Dude was just talking about his chickens. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's just a little bit on how Vietnamese people. So y'all gonna hear some loud background noise, but whatever. Let's roll. All right, y'all been tagged. Y'all didn't know that, huh? Okay, well, let me show you what's going on with that. Carol Crawford, what up? Y'all been tagged and didn't know it. What do I mean by that? Well, there's two kind of taggings that people think they've been tagged with, possibly, and some people don't know that they've been tagged. It could be three different ways, actually. We could be talking about birth certificates. We could be talking about social security number, a whole bunch of tagging going on. But I'm specifically talking about a certain kind of tagging that actually will infiltrate your experience here way, way, way more than the other kind of tagging that you might think I'm talking about. So, the kind of tagging I'm talking about have to do with mental tagging. Somebody made a comment, but I'm talking about tie tag. No, I ain't talking about that. Or hog tag, they tag the cow's ear. No, I ain't talking about that. Because, they got us wrapped up in the birth certificates, the tax ID numbers, the ID numbers, the social security numbers. So, yeah, you technically tag with something. We tracked and tagged, or tagged and tracked, because we've been earmarked as assets and cattle. We've been chattel. We've been cattle tagged pretty much on the physical plane, so they could keep track of their assets and keep track of where their commodities are going and what they're doing. So, this next level, the reset thing I was talking about the other day on that live, that's a further deepening of the tracking and the tagging capabilities from the taggers. So just know that, like I always talk about, you gotta have your own narrative so that you can sidestep most of this stuff. If the punch coming here, I'm trying to sidestep here. I'm doing this here. Got my hand up to guard the side of my face, and I'm stepping at a 45-degree angle on your left or your right side to slide past that punch, right? That's the kind of stuff we got to get involved with doing mentally, because if not, like I said, you're going to keep getting hit upside the head. What's that old song? Oops, upside the head. Said, oops, upside your head. Say what? You know that? Y'all remember that one? If you're old enough, high five. Yep, that's what's up. So, you don't want to keep getting hit upside the head. You're going to get Parkinson's or some kind of disorder from all that. And that's not going to be a pleasant life to live throughout, probably. If you can avoid it. You know what I'm saying? So this tagging, let's get into more details about this mental tagging I'm talking about. And then you might see some of these symptoms in your own life, and you might be able to correct it before it gets cemented in. Nothing is ever really cemented in with the thoughts, but it can be if you don't recognize they pouring concrete. Okay? So they pouring concrete in most people's thoughts, while most people's thoughts think they on the sand at the beach somewhere. So it's okay to think you on the sandy beach somewhere in order to get to the sandy beach, but if they pouring concrete on you, you can't have on beach shoes. You need on some boots so that concrete don't stick to your feet and lock you into it. So if you apply that visual to your thought game, the thought realm, where all the energy center, the main energy center is in your thoughts, then if you apply that picture, that word picture I just talked about, then it'll help you kind of comprehend what they're doing and what they've been doing and how we need to be able to sidestep those punches. Because one day they pouring concrete, next day they welding something, the next day they hot branding something on your brain. That's the picture. If you don't gather these pictures and appropriate the pictures to how you think and reason things, and then feel how that feels, or be able to resuggest to yourself an opposing force that's beneficial for you and yours, then you'll always be stuck in the residual loop of non-manifestation of what you want and constant redundant, negative activities are always seeming like they come your way. Now, trust me, like I said, ain't no 100% way to get up out of the whole them attempting to do this. There ain't no 100% fix. But like I say, if 60 is available, I want the whole 60. If 98 available, I want the whole 98. If I gotta shave off 2 and let's throw that up in the wind or whatever, I got an L on that 2%, oh well, I'll be alive to fight another day. But if I can't even get 10%, 15, I'm here in a deficit. So you don't want to be walking through this plane in a deficit all the time. Your exterior appearance, it's okay to look fly, okay, whatever. But that's not the game. The kind of car you drive ain't the game. Those are supposed to be byproducts of this game, then transmitting itself in real 3D and turning into matter on this 3D plane. It's not supposed to be the other way around, where you cosmetically attach everything to yourself in an attempt to look and feel a certain way, but don't really have that way down pat. You know what I'm saying? America, we good about looking some kind of way, but ain't that kind of way. It's the land of look like this, but don't have nothing. So who out there got a pair of rims on their ride that's more expensive than their house, or don't have a house, but you got some $10,000 parts on your car that are extra parts to make you look fly? Or I done seen people put 50, 60 grand in a car they already paid 50 grand for, making it look even bigger. So my whole point is, you should be applying that to this. You gotta work up all of that stuff here so it can really manifest the real on the street, or as we would say, on the street. So the only way to do that is to start embedding and programming and brainwashing yourself. We done already been brainwashed enough by them folks that tagged us. They done put these mental tags on you. They put physical tags, intellectual, all kinds of tags they placed on us. They got us categorized in different boxes. Oh, you black Latino, you Asian Latino, you Latino, you Cuban Latino. They all this chopped up versions of who we are. We're not the one putting that on us. Somebody else is doing it. Who's actually assuming and taking on what they've applied to us in verbiage only. This is who you are. Here's your ID, right? Oh, African American. So let me just throw this in there, because you throw some funnies in there. When the last time you done really thought about the phrase African American in correlation your passport status? Let you think on that for a hot second. Okay, let me fill in the blanks. African American. If I'm African and I'm American, ain't I supposed to have 2 passports? One for Africa and one for America? So why they just give you one and they say African American? It don't make sense, but it makes sense. Somebody made that up and then applied that to your exterior person, your conscious mind, and then when you accept their belief, it becomes your belief, and then you become that which they tell you you are. And then all the little tags they apply to who those people are and what they can have in the system come along with all that baggage comes along. No different African American or this group or that group or that group or that group. If you got a tag on you, you got a tag. It's just some people's tags allow them to also journey to other lands because they actually from that land. and they got a tag in America. What you ultimately don't want are the mental tags that they've been placing in, on, and around all of us. See, they building fortresses of thought and belief around each person. You so tagged up. You know, in New York, they used to call tagging, you know, where they spray paint on the trains. That's called tagging. So that whoever designed the tag, that's his mark he left on there. And then wherever that train go, that's where the mark go. Such as life with people. When they tag you, you carry that baggage with you everywhere. And the baggage is what they prescribe you be with the tag, as opposed to you prescribing what that means for you. So you ain't never really thought about why they call you Latino. You just assume, I'm Latino, man. You know, I come from Cuba. I'm Latino. Someone told me that. It's in my family like that. But really, you might not even be Latin. You might be another people who got conquered by Latin folk, or by the Dutch people, or by this group or that group. Spanish means Spaniards. So the Spaniards, Caucasoid Spaniards, not Spaniard. You've been called Spanish-speaking people because you assume their language and their identity. That's why all the buildings, a lot of the buildings down through South America resemble all of the characteristics of Spanish builder architect. So you got Aboriginal people who now have a food cuisine. You go to Ecuador, you could go to Panama, you go a whole bunch of places. They got food, architecture, arts, sciences and stuff based off of Spanish exploration and Spanish domination on other races of people. So really, you're not even, if you speak Spanish, you ain't necessarily Spanish. You're not a Spaniard. Go research what the Spaniards did and who they are. I think today they are, which nation are the Spanish? The Spaniards. Because all those groups that were out there conquering and pillaging, and they still doing it, they just look different because they changed their tag while you got the old tag. Their tag looked like businessmen with suits and ties, big black cars, security everywhere, blah, blah, blah. They don't ride on horses. They don't get off ships no more trying to conquer the land. They just do that with all the systems they already put in place now. So that's how they developed themselves, while they left all the people still in the dark on what was going on. So that's why we're where we're at now, all tagged up. Just call me Tagalicious up in here. I've been removing tags from me. So one day you'll see me looking like workwear. One day you might see me with a camouflage hat. One day you might see me with a little short sleeve, little relaxed shirt. I don't know. I might have some beach gear on. My wife makes me clothes. Because I don't want to be tagged to a tag, so to speak. Do I have a pair of Nikes? Yeah, they comfortable on my feet, but do I like rep Nike like that? No, I wish I could just create. Well, let me rewind that. I might need to, which my plate is kind of full right now, make my own shoe line just so I can wear my own shoes. You know, like order them without any tags on them so I can be tagless, literally, because the tags they apply to you physically, your subconscious reads that stuff and it knows exactly what those symbols are that you wear. That's why they put the symbols. Y'all ever research the Starbucks symbol? Starbucks coffee? That mermaid? So she got the hair draped over her breast, but the original picture show her breast full. So the backstory on that, back in the colonial time, we still in it, but whatever. Just to word picture you back when merchants used to sell the ocean in wooden vessels, and pirates would say, "Har, har, matey," which I don't know if that was real or not. The pirates were really, I'm gonna get back to the Starbucks chick, but the pirates were really the mercenaries for the realms. So they created their own pirates to make people do stuff on the ocean. That's how they conquered the ocean, by creating groups so that people could never say it's Britain, the Dutch, or this or that. Oh, them pirates, they keep sacking my boats and That's their mercenary crew. Anyway, I just thought y'all like to know that. Don't fall for all the hype. Pirates of the Caribbean, making the pirates the good guys and funny and stuff and all that. Them were the mercenaries for all these countries who've been out pillaging and stuff. So that they never had to have their red or blue coats on the ground. They just send the pirates in there to do the do. And then they come in there light and easy. But anyway, the Starbucks chick, the story behind it, and you see, I don't have all these details that I need to have, but I do have the storyline, so I can give you the word picture part. Where it originated, I don't know. What year was it? I don't know. I don't know the cubic circumference of my engine in my vehicle either, but I know when I push on the gas pedal, it goes. And then when I got gas in there, I know how far I'm going to get. But the Starbucks chick, she was the old wives' tale was she's a mermaid in the ocean. And when the ships would come to berth or when they'd be out on the ocean with their anchors out, getting a break or whatever, this mermaid chick, she would come and woo the sailors on the ships while they were looking at how beautiful she was and her breasts were. Then she would woo them and they would fall in the ocean. She would like sing some songs. They would fall in the ocean. They'd be mesmerized and like fall in. She'd get them and eat them, kill them, whatever. Gobble them up. That's the backstory. So the Starbucks chick, you see how long them lines are at Starbucks every day, right? Wrapped around the corner. They got Starbucks in Vietnam too. Yeah, they just as bad as some countries. Starbucks might be a country. You never know. Might be owned by a country. But that's why so many people go to Starbucks. They don't even realize, and if that's you, it's cool. Go get your coffee, do your thing. And I'm not like, don't go to Starbucks no more. I'm not like, trying to tell you not to go. If that's your thing, that's your thing, whatever. But that's why so many people are in the line, is because of that symbol. And that's a tag. You've been tagged. I've been tagged. We've been tagged with certain symbols. And those symbols create outcomes. That's why they use them. They're not doing symbology stuff all over the place. Masonic symbols and this kind of symbol and that kind of symbol. They're not doing that just for the heck of it. All of these Greek symbols on the shoes, Nike, I think that's a Greek term, Nike. That was a Greek god, probably. Maybe it has something to do with speed or going fast, and you put them Nikes on, you can run faster, jump higher, whatever. But there's a story behind any and all symbols that they use all over the world. And it behooves you to find out what they mean, because when you apply it to you, or you wear it, or you use it all the time, your subconscious will actually knows what the symbol means. This is what they one up you and me over. Your subconscious is so powerful. And one of the brothers on the last live, I couldn't remember the name of the place where all the minds in the world are assembled. All the thoughts and experiences are in the Akasha records. It's called the Akashic Records. Go look that up. All that energy stored up in some place somewhere. I know it's hard to believe, hard to see that, but it's true. That's why you can go all over the world and find an Uncle Eddie and a Man and them in a whole different country. Yo, you act just like Man back in Kansas City. How you act? You look just like him too. Yo, the world ain't that big. It just bigger than your mind is. Once your mind catch up with it, it'd be like, oh, this ain't that big. Okay. So everybody been tagged. Everybody been mentally tagged and programmed to see and interpret things a certain way. And actually, Neil, yeah, in your DNA, it embeds itself in your DNA. That's dope. You put that there because I was like, are you reading my thoughts? Are you in my subconscious, Neil? So your DNA actually is programmable, just like water is. A lot of things on this planet are programmable. They about to program this money. Programmable digital money. But as your thoughts in your subconscious, your belief develops based off of tags that have been applied to your captor, from your captors or your debtors, your indebt, whoever's got you indebted, your massa, whoever. it actually changes the structure of your DNA over time. Frequencies, sounds, detrimental music changes your DNA patterns. You transmit that DNA pattern to your offspring. So ain't really no such thing as a family curse. It's actually a family program. Your DNA was reprogrammed off of its natural path onto another path, no different than how they take an orange and a watermelon and make a pomelo. I'm just making up something. But they can actually take different seeds from different fruits and vegetables. They've been doing that for thousands of years, actually. That's how they made corn so big. It used to be about yay big. And then over time, they figured out how to improve the structure of the seeds and blend this seed with that seed, and now the corn this big. And there's different types of corn. So they know how to manipulate seeds to create different kinds of fruits and vegetables that you think grow naturally somewhere. And they can still grow on a tree, but the seed that grew the tree was modified to create a certain kind of fruit, a certain kind of color inside. Because you got pink grapefruit, you got red grapefruit, and then you probably got something that's probably clear color inside. So these aren't naturally found in the wild. You can't go get, like I can't walk around here and get a grapefruit off a tree nowhere. Ain't no such thing as a grapefruit tree over this way, but I can get a pomelo, which is a big old giant. It's bigger than like 3 grapefruits, and each piece looks about this big. Like when you peel it off, it's huge. It's like I'm gonna use a Trump word. It's ginormous. Yeah, it's ginormous. Such a big piece of fruit, heavy too. But you're not gonna find a grapefruit over here, nor are you gonna find like certain vegetables just naturally growing. There's a whole bunch of them I can't think of right now, but they don't naturally grow anywhere. You have to blend those seeds to get those different outcomes. So Miss E said, like the frequency used in violent rap music. Yeah, they was using it in heavy metal first. Okay, they used it, what was it, 400, wow, see, I'm so rusty. Everything used to be in, if I'm not mistaken, 400 hertz. Somebody can find this and correct me though. Major can be corrected. I'm corrected all the time because sometimes I got the concept good, but I might not have the details 100%, so y'all fill in the blank. But it used to be, if I remember, 400 megahertz, and then they bumped it up to 440 hertz, because at 440, that frequency change was detrimental to DNA. It's disturbing. Like heavy metal music, I know there's a lot of folk that like heavy metal music, Guns N' Roses, like Guns N' Roses, Van Halen, a whole bunch of other groups out there. But ZZ Top back in the day, that was kind of innocent, kind of cool music. Their music wasn't hard, it wasn't heavy metal. But I would say like Kiss or some crazy groups like that, they were playing a lot of 440, whatever the new megahertz, the frequency was for music. Because Beethoven, Bach, and all of them classical artists, Europeans of course, there was other artists, but they were the only ones mentioned. They were doing music, harmonic music in certain frequency. That's what spurred your intellectual capabilities and made you a little wiser and more in tune with nature and a whole bunch of other things. But once they found out there were detrimental frequencies that they could tag people with and control people with, that's when they started doing that. So yeah, 440, 432, there we go, from 440 or to 440 from 432. That's what's up. There we go. You in the pocket now. But so that's why the music went from Run DMC style music, hip hop, and then transferred to rap. Hip hop was fun, neighborhood, community, hanging out, opening the fire hydrant, spraying some water. It's hot out here. Got the DJ cutting and scratching on the wheels of steel. We're going to throw a block party. Hey, everybody come out, bring some food, blah, blah, blah. It went to then rap music, which turns out to be low pounding, all monotone kind of sounds, redundantly speaking the same thing over and over again, auto-tune and a whole bunch of stuff that makes people kind of lulls you to sleep. It's kind of, the beat might be good, but then it's going to keep you at that level of energy too. So sounds, frequencies, even frequencies a lot of you can't hear. They can have frequencies aimed at you that your physical ear can't hear, but your DNA could be reformulated with these frequencies if you're in that frequency all of the time. So your microwave oven, your Wi-Fi, all of the stuff that's going on around us all the time is actually dictating some behavioral stuff. It takes a while for it to develop, but it dictates the behavior of people because it restructures your DNA. That's why some of y'all like, why my children acting so crazy like this? This is not how we used to act back in the day. Shoot, we could leave our front door open. We didn't have to worry about it. Never mind about nothing. Now I gotta have bars on top of the bars, right? So, hey, so the frequency that if you go with the years like 1960 to 1970, what kind of music was playing? All right, Woodstock, Drugs and Love, right? For the Caucasian folk, Jimi Hendrix, a whole bunch of other acts. Then back on the brown people side, Commodores, OJs, who else was up in there in the 60s? James Brown, the Isley Brothers. It's so many, right? The music was so different. You could understand exactly what they were saying. And even if they was talking about sex and getting in the sheets tonight and all this stuff, and some other songs, James Brown was saying some stuff, all his yelling and stuff, but he was really talking about some female he was about to get with that night. You know what I'm saying? But it was the frequency that they were speaking it in that made the songs fun, enjoyable, and come on and rock with me. Now, the songs got the teenagers zombied out. Got them on their phone 24/7, can't control themselves. Got them hooked on certain symbols, clothing style symbols. And no matter if it's $300 or $400, they got to get them shoes. And if you parent that bought them for them, shame on you. Nope, not in my house. But that's what's going on. So if you track like the years, for each 10 years, they got tags they apply to people. So they know when you was born, the vaccine you got, that 5-in-1 or whatever was that big old gun they shoot us with, kaboom, for them school vaccines when you was young. Okay, they know what group of people they gave those to and what they was for. Probably how long you gonna live, because in the vaccines probably got timers in there, like you're gonna experience high blood pressure, you're gonna experience this, you're gonna experience, because they've been doing eugenics stuff on us for a long time. They know exactly what to give you if you this color, what not to give you if you this color, because if they give you this, you'll die. If they give you this, you'll be all right. They give you this, you be a zombie and won't know what's going on. They know, they got this stuff down to a science. And most of this has occurred from tagging you and branding you with certain things that, one, control your thoughts and make your thoughts comply with their wishes, even though you think it's your wishes. Two, control your environment too, because when you get tagged, or when an environment is tagged, only certain group of people can go in there. If the high dollar tag, you don't fit in. You know, ghetto tag, if that's your economy system, you fit right up in there. That's where you're going to be. So this tagging thing, you've been tagged. So if you want to get some type of escape route from the tagging, it's always coming back around, back to the center, back to where you start at. It's all up here in the thought. Everything you think and don't think is what's occurring. Everything that you was gonna do. This is how, if you have a business thought, right? And you think on it long enough, eventually somebody else will do that thought. They will do that business, and you be like, yo, my idea. Somebody came out with that. How do I know? I've done it 50 gazillion times. That's how powerful your thoughts are. Somebody else will do it if you don't step in and do it, because your thought is already transmitting energy into the field. And then all it just takes is somebody that's a little further along than you, ready to step out on it. They grab your thing and go. They grab your energy. They don't know they grabbed your energy, but it's your energy and other people. So when you don't think the right thoughts for the experience you want to have, you're creating. When you think the right thoughts for your experience on the journey you want to have, you're creating. You can't be neutrally not creating. You're naturally a creator. That's why they've been changing your DNA strands and doing all this modified food, music, pesticide, all this stuff is to change your DNA to make you become some other being that's not capable of going above what they say or what they want you to do. So they want you not to be able to rise up over them or have any kind of idea that you're untouchable. That would be detrimental for them and their small clique who controls most of the clique. So this is why the attacks are constant. Right now they're doing just baseline attacks. Like, all right, we spraying stuff in the air, we getting them chemically, we putting stuff in their food. Actually, they think it's food, but it's not even really food. And then we putting stuff in that too. Even when they think they go eat healthy, organic, organic just means we don't have to list everything we did to the food. Yeah, it's organically grown, but in transit, it went through this, and this, and it got Agent Orange on it, it got this, it got that on it. We ain't got to tell you all that because it says organic. Go figure. So, you think you're eating something healthy, and then you may not be. You think you're drinking water, alkaline, you might not be. Who knows? You really have to do all that testing and doing all that stuff yourself. Your hand got to be the one creating it, manufacturing, putting it. Even if you buy seeds to put in your garden, y'all know you should have heirloom seeds, right? Heirloom seeds are the only seeds that are going to regrow themselves. So you have organic heirloom seeds. I mean, those come from the original source. They're not genetically modified tomato seeds. They're not hybrid seed. They're not this, that, the other. They're just organic, real. I had some seeds out of this real fruit or this real vegetable, and I'm keeping the seeds, drying them out, and I'm going to replant them again. So even though you're getting all this stuff and think it's fitting for this new consciousness you got, but they 1 or 2 spots ahead of us. The only way to escape a lot of this tagging and all of this redundantly stupid, dumb, dope information, dopey, like bad information. I don't mean the good dope, like, yo, that's dope. I mean dopey, is to tag yourself. You be your tagger. First, to do that, you got to break the tags. It's like breaking the binds, breaking the chains off of you that have already been placed. All of that binds and chains you break is all up here. There ain't nothing on you physically. They don't enslave you that way no more. They don't put you on a boat no more and ship you from here to there, or ship you out of the country that they told you they shipped you into, when really they were shipping all your ancestors out to Cuba, out to the islands, out here and out there. They wasn't shipping hardly nobody in here except for people that were here, got shipped here for a specific reason. Everybody else was getting shipped out somewhere to get rid of you. So, so the only way to get this tagging under grip, under your own controls, is to, 1, work on breaking the tags, realizing, yo, I got tags on me. That's the first step. 2, what are those tags? Oh, well, looks like I do this, and this, and always had this outcome. Okay, that's a realization of something ain't working right. Now you troubleshoot, work backwards Start from where you at and go backwards. Detective yourself into finding out, okay, what tag am I accepting as true or a belief that I have that's causing me misalignment in forward moving energy. And then 3, you have to start tearing down and breaking the tags off of you by disassociating with those tags. Because once they become a habit, once they become something you just routinely do, it's hard to break. You know it's hard to break them. That's why all them New Year's resolutions, I don't even know who came up with that, all that riffraff, because most of the time people, you're going to go work out because I'm going to lose weight. New Year's resolution, I'm going to get it in. About 30 minutes later. Oh, snap. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing this no more. That's too much work, right? And then you fall back into your routine. You got to be strong enough up here to break that. You got to go past it. That's why when I run on a treadmill or do some type of exercise, I'm doing 10-minute fast walk. Okay, I'm going to go 12. Okay, that way I go past my mark. And I keep reprogramming myself every time to go past that last location. So you got to be like-minded where you go past your last good mark, or else you're going to fall back into the habitual side of what was formed. You're going to fall back into the habit, and you ain't going to never get out of it. So there are some serious steps you got to take to get to that path of I'm the one controlling more outcomes. Now, I didn't say you can control everything. Don't put that in my mouth. You'll be able to control more of your reality as opposed to less. I'm sure most of y'all want more water if you're thirsty, more food if you're hungry, more oxygen if you need air to breathe, right? So you're not trying to say, I need a blood transfusion. Oh, give me less. Or I'm about to die of thirst. Just pour a little water in my hand and I'll lick those drops. No, you're gonna want more. That's human nature. Don't try to. So when you want more controls over self, that's why we're in such predicaments in life. We don't have the controls based on the tags that we accepted as beliefs prior to that. So hopefully this is a fix for some of us. But you can't just listen to me. You gotta get into it. You gotta investigate. It takes some time. You gotta be ready to duke it out, man. You gotta be ready to you gotta be ready to fight through this thing. Because then once you get to the place where you control the tagging more than they do, now you're on to something. Now you're stepping into, next step is manifestations showing up, things showing up. Because once you control the tagging and you put the tags on you that you want up here, that you want functioning, and you've gotten rid of a lot of the detrimental tags that have been seared into your mind, now some of y'all got tag libraries up in there. I know I did. I've been throwing volumes out left and right, burning books, burning ships, books, everything, trying to get rid of some of this stuff, right? I ain't got rid of all mine, but I'm working on it. That's what's important, that we moving forward working on it. And I realize what I'm working on and the effects it has on my physical journey through this plane. So that's why it's important to keep talking about this, because that's the only way you're going to be free from anything. Only way you're going to be free. Most of us fighting self more than fighting on the street. Talking about, I got my guns and this and that ready. I'm ready to fight, go out here and shoot and blah, blah, blah. You done shot yourself in the foot. You might go out the front door and fall on your own knife, gun. You fighting with yourself more than anything. If you can't get yourself in a place where your mind is under more control by your spiritual you, your real you, then all of the aesthetic stuff, all the exterior stuff ain't gonna get you but a hop, skip, and jump down the road. Maybe on a good day. all of this stuff is a pipe dream. They got you thinking like you're in the movie Red Dawn. That's why they made the movie Red Dawn. That's why they remade it a couple of times to keep programming your reality that they want for you. Who wants to be on the run, shooting it out with people, parachutes coming down out of the sky with military troops, and everybody running scared, running into stuff, trying to run to the forest? Who wants to do all that? Who wants to be living these types of events? That's not why I'm here. I guarantee that. I'm not here for all that. I'm putting my foot down. I'm not participating. Y'all can do what y'all want to do with it. I'm not participating. Whether I'm in America, Central America, Russia, Vietnam, well, I don't care where I ain't participating up here with all of that. Yeah, well, you better be ready for it. I'm ready for it up here. I've been prepping up here. That's why my physical prep took place, manifested because of this one, not the other way around. So, like I say, we got to get this issue resolved and start working on it, or else everything else is just going to be, hit and miss. I want more hits than misses. I want more W's than L's. I'm sure you do too. So, that's why, algorithm tags, stop your notification. Yep, they got they got virtual tags, physical tags, spiritual tags, mental tags, who knows, universal tag, who knows how many kind of taggings going on out here. But listen, just know that you've been tagged, and just know that, look, I'm going to leave y'all with this. I'm like this kind of person, and I'm going to explain it to you so y'all can see why I'm motivated to get this thing. I'm the kind of person who would have an outlandish thought like, why can't I do it? Who said I couldn't? What's stopping me from, oh, well, I ain't got enough money, I only got enough time. That's you stopping you. And the tag is stopping you. But ain't nothing really stopping us from doing what we want to do. Oh, Major, that's easy for you to say. You're in Vietnam. Like I said, I float between here, America, Central America, wherever I want to go. That's where I'm trying to go. I want to get to Ethiopia. Got a brother over there, Richard. Hope you on here. Maybe you'll catch this later. But he own a coffee company over there. He left America, got a company. So it's not about escaping the landmass. It's escaping the tagging. And then what opens up to you will be other journeys and other places that you can roam in, thrive in. And by the way, I never count any location. I don't count this anymore. I don't count, oh, this is my home or that's my home. Wherever I be at that moment, that's my dwelling. That's where I exist. So in that moment, I better be trying to formulate some tags of my own to keep me in that area that I like and enjoy. That's what I'm talking about. Going that far with the thoughts to where you're transmitting this on a regular basis to the point where ain't nothing else for anything else to do but comply with what you got on your tags. So that's what I'm inspired to do and be and am. I am my own tag, suggesting to its tag what I want my environments to look around me when I go through them environments. So I don't count America, Vietnam, this place or that place. Yo, I live here. No, I'm just visiting. Look, no matter where you be at in the whole spot, you just visiting anyway, right? Y'all know that. You don't have no primary location. You just think that because you've been tagged into that belief. There's an economic reason why they have to tag to keep you proficiently performing something for their system, so the system keeps profiting them. So that's what I'm saying. You've been tagged into believing that that's your home. I'm an American. I'm a this or that and then. I'm a Bin Laden and them. I'm a this one. I'm a that, or whatever you call yourself. You've been tagged into that belief. It wasn't your own. Because if it was, you would have created the belief. You'd be the founder of it. Everything else that you don't found as the founder of that for you, you're just a follower following the masses. So that's not my goal while I'm here experiencing the stuff that I want to experience. My goal is to use these energies, whatever you want to call them, maybe like Superman and Batman, and they got all these beyond human abilities and stuff. I'm looking for that stuff. I'm looking for how much super I can be. Okay, I'm not looking for how much less I can be. I'm going up and out, not down and in. I'm not hiding in a hole. Forget about that life. But anyway, I hope some of this stuff has assisted you. I want to go through some of the comments real quick because y'all talking about old school stuff. I'm gonna get the stick out on y'all. Y'all gonna have to sit in the corner and put the dunce hat on. Go to the principal's office and get that swat with that paddle. That plexiglass paddle with the holes in it. That's what used to happen. Y'all talking about Phil Collins. We talking about serious stuff here. Y'all talking about double Dutch bus. Boy, oh boy. What else y'all talking about? Then somebody said something about the Humpty dance. Or do the Humpty hump. Or do the Humpty hump. He said, fat girl, what did he say? Come here, fat girl, you're ticklish. Do you like some liquor? Or something like that. Yeah, Humpty hump. Y'all talking all this stuff, having a conversation outside of the conversation, but I'm glad y'all having that conversation. This is a good place to have it. I appreciate all y'all being on here. What else y'all talking about on here? Y'all still on that 432 frequency. And the 440 versus 432. How you gonna know which one is which on music? Well, your body tell you. When your body gets that music coming through it, killing off cells and stuff, you feel it. You know when music exhilarates you and makes you excited to partake in an event versus some music make you want to stand up against the wall, even in the club, and just kind of bounce your head a little bit. That's all you can do to it. Can't really move to it. Just kind of be cool. Hold up that wall. You know what I'm saying? Look fly on the wall, like a fly on the wall. But anyway, let me see what else is going on. Yeah, that melanin gives you God powers. The very Greenwood. Yeah, they say that melanin gives you God powers. Yeah, it's true. But then, people gonna be like, oh, you God now? You God? Yeah, that's, top echelon of thought. Yeah, you would be. So ain't nothing wrong with that, as long as you know what the word God means and where it came from and who put it out there. Yep, 528 frequency, bad frequency. Yes, that is correct. That's what's up. Y'all all about positive. Yep, I think we weeded out most folks and pretty much got the positive party going on. We got the what was the group called back in the day? Doggone it, not Salt and Pepper, but the two dudes, Kid and Play. That was some pretty positive music, except for the movie House Party. That was a little gritty, but Kid and Play. I hung out with them cats about 8-9 years ago. They pretty cool though. They positive, still keeping it moving, even though they fell off. They still be pushing. So it's all good. Stacy Jones knowledge. Wrong creator. God is over all tags. Lisa Pearl said God is over all tags. I feel you, Lisa. And I don't discredit people with the analogy of what's what. We all here to learn. If I was able to share anything with, like I said, the word God, it goes with that tagging, because God is that. The word God represents what we have been told is the top entity, but the word God has a Germanic orientation. It's came from the germs. That's why they call them germs. Germs tend to be bad. Germanic, Germans. If you're German, and I'm not calling you a bad person, but they do call germs bad. Like if you get germs, don't get germs, then they're called Germans. I didn't name it. I didn't come up with that. I'm not the creator of that orientation, but that's just how it is. But that word God comes from that. And if y'all been on the channel, y'all know I talk about this from time to time because people post it. I just want you to have the right viewpoint and go find out what that top entity is really called for you. Because you may be repeating someone else's characterization of what they put on people to believe is the God of you, or what you think God is, because most of us haven't even researched the word long enough to even know where that came from. If you go research, do a little due diligence, find out where it came from, you'll probably be like, yo, Major, I didn't know that. Yeah, the people who created that word will tell you where it came from. Y'all heard of a god called Odin? I think if you look on Harry Potter movies and stuff, they'll bring up certain characters. Odin is one of them. So that was the Germanic god, Odin. The word God originates from a long line of gods that they already had in their belief. And then it just kind of evolved into, it was called Gad, G-A-D. Then it evolved in, when English came about, then they changed it to God. But it was really Gad. And then it had been also called Goth. G-O-T-H. You know, when people dress in goth, that dark look with the black fingernails and all that, all of those terms originated from that Germanic source forward till now to represent who their God was. There's other, in French, they say the word God, the word they use is called mon Dieu. Mon Dieu. Bonjour, mon Dieu. So, hello, God, but bonjour, mon Dieu. Different frequency, different sound. God, God. You can only say God a certain way. You can't even elevate the sound. God. It's hard to do it because of the way it sounds. That frequency of the word has it sounding like that all the time. But if you put it in French, bonjour, mon Dieu, mon Dieu, you got two syllables instead of one, so you can inflect more higher frequency on the word. But anyway, let me get to the end of this. Lisa Pearl, yep, you on it. Do your thing. This is my opinion. And then you got your opinion, and we can have our opinions and mix it up and come up with what we need to come up with to thrive. That's what the whole point is. We shouldn't ever be, and I'm going to get off here. I got 2 more minutes. We shouldn't ever be at the point where our belief is so strong that others can't never be involved with you because of the belief. Or if I hear somebody say, yo, I only love Allah, and then how would I look if I go, oh, well, you gone over there and do that, I'm on some other. No, I'm like, okay, that's cool. I don't technically believe that because I didn't grow up with that, but yo, you want some fried chicken? Got some rice, some beans, and some Kool-Aid. You want some? Yeah, that sounds good. See, all of a sudden, God don't have no conflict when it comes to food. Religions don't have no. When it comes to you hungry, watch me. Then people they ain't gonna care if you Muslim. They ain't gonna care if you Seventh-day Adventist. They ain't gonna care if you AME, Episcopal, Baptist, Catholic, whatever. They ain't gonna care about nothing. They gonna be like, that smell like some cornbread over there. Can I have some? When you're hungry, a lot of that stuff go out the window. So that's why I know it's not 100. So did I do stay away from God concept and mystery? Yep, Odin was from mythology. Yep, that's right. That's right. Stevie Wonder said it best. When you believe in things that you don't understand, it spells trouble. Superstition ain't the way. Y'all know I can't sing, but superstition ain't the way. But anyway, any of y'all got any questions for me before I get out of here? Not that I can answer it, but I might have 2 cents to throw into the mix. Low, laugh out loud. Well, we aren't eating the unclean meat part, even starving, but we get you. Yeah, it was just a point. You know, I gotta have some funny, some chicken and waffles. I don't eat all that either, but I sure know what it tastes like back when I did. So I ain't. Come on now, I don't get down with no chitlins, but I'll eat some chicken and waffles now. Come on now, come on, church. Hallelujah. Can I get a hello there? All right, Andy, that's what's up. Appreciate you. Yep, appreciate that. Temperature over here in Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. It's about 282 degrees in the shade with the fan on, bruh. No, I'm just messing with you. It's probably a mild, balmy 95-ish. And these people be over here still working the rice field. I just seen a little lady, she looked 70 years old, carrying the rack with 2 heavy things on there to the field. She did it like 4 or 5 times walking up this long road. And I was like, say what? I'll be done, fell out. And I can work. But she got me on that one because it's a different kind of heat over here. Church is German for a circle. Okay, I didn't know that. That's what's up. The circle of what, though? That's what I want to know. What kind of circle? The circle of life, the cycle of life, or what? Full circle information. What is it? What is it? I need to know. I want to know what else is in there. Y'all got some good information. I appreciate that. What do I think about the tornadoes? They happen. You see one, you might want to run. Take cover. Tornadoes be tornadoes. You know, they don't happen over here, but then they might have a tsunami. They might have some other weather-related stuff that don't happen on that end. But yo, if something trying to get you, it's trying to get you. So it is what it is. You think it's all natural, these random tornadoes? Nah, it's not all natural. I know it's not. They're using HAARP. They're using they're using frequencies to control the ionosphere and the atmosphere and heat it up and move stuff where they want it. Natural events, they can see clouds and then heat it up, causing this to happen and that. There's all kind of stuff they can do. So they're going to keep doing that, all that money they invested. Pork food sources are the only thing I stay away from. It's 95. That's awesome. Yep. It's a Nelly song over here. They 95 really like your 102, 103 because it's a different kind of heat over here. Devil will run circles in your mind. You need the mind of Christ and the knowledge of the Most High. Well, Andy, that's cool. I am the Most High. This is my Most High, though. See, this is where each they own kind of talk. You got to use that for you if that's what you use for you and it works for you. But people can read the scriptures. People could read the Quran and other books. And each person's going to get a different picture of what that means for them based on the tags that they already have in their mind. So I applaud you for using that information for yourself. But I will never say anymore that the devil exists to run circles around in my mind. I would be my own worst enemy. I would be my own Satan, if anything, to myself because of this not being formulated correctly. And them creating that tag in me, I had to get rid of it because it's detrimental. It's detrimental for me to run around in fear that some entity is trying to take over my mind when I don't even have control of my mind. So if I don't have control, some other entity is going to take control of your mind. Then you could say the devil will run circles around in your mind because you don't have full access to the control panel for your own mind. I get it. And there's nothing disrespectful or nothing, but that's just a different level of thought that one may arrive to once they get on these certain journeys and experience other things. Because anybody who mentions Christ and Jesus, which is pronounced that way, Jesus, because they don't use the J in other languages as a J sound. They use it as a hey or a ya, Jesus. Anyone who presents that information as the only source, that's fine and that's great. The problem is the rest of the world ain't vibrating with that because they don't even know that information. You know, you have to travel around. If you can, it'd be good to get out of the country so you can see some other things, so you can have a better assessment of what's what for you. Because you know, that's just like me sitting on a beach and the only thing I can get out the water is crab. I've been told there's other lands and other places I could get to, but I ain't got no boat to get there yet. But I think all they eat is crab there too. But then when I go there, I see they eat vegetables and fruits and all that. But I thought everybody ate crab because that's all I'm used to. Same thing with religion. Same thing with, you know, different trains of thought. It's regionalized. It's tagged in certain regions a certain way for different outcomes. Gift Edom in the house. What's up? That's what's up. That's my guy over there in Dubai. Yo, Gift, send me some gold, bruh. You over there, all that gold around there, man. Stop hoarding all that gold. Send me some gold over here. But yeah, yo, Major, what kind of things can I invest in over there in Vietnam? Yo, that's a good talk. We could go on for hours. So I was about to start organizing how I could roll that out and have my website where because I know people like to be sold. Even though I could tell you on the live in living color, like, yo, this is me telling you right now, I'm in the spot, doing the thing. People still got to have those, yo, okay, after my video, go to my website, sign up for this, pay this, do that. I'm trying to formulate that real quick and put it somewhere for you guys. But you can invest in Vietnam many different ways. Real estate, right now the market's down. Good time to scoop up some stuff. They sell apartments over here overlooking the beach, overlooking the ocean. You can buy apartments anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000, and your view is the ocean, literally. Full amenities. So that's going on. You got land lots you can purchase here and build on it. I got the building crews, got to connect with who can build and the permits and all that stuff you got to do. So that's not a big deal. You can have your own cafe, restaurant. I'm thinking about opening up a hip hop cafe. Hip hop is very popular here. Rap is very popular here, but I don't want to promote all that dumbed down music. So I'm thinking about a brown person owned hip hop cafe. All these teenagers can come and we can get them positively having fun instead of negatively having fun. And they still vibe and love it, having some coffees from around the world instead of just only Vietnamese coffee style stuff and drinks. So that's another area of interest I have. You can open an English center. Think about it. You don't have no certificate, no receipt, college degree, teaching people English, but you speak English fluently. Do you know you can open up an English school over here just because you speak English and teach English and make a whole bunch of money every month teaching people English? Yep, you sure can. So that's another thing you could do. Any kind of training people for English or, what else? Consulting, stuff I do. You can open that stuff up over here. But I'm interested in the entertainment industry because Hoodie Smoke, that's what's up. Appreciate you, bro. Because we can open up anything we want over here. And if you're Caucasian, whatever you call yourself, lighter color, you can. If you brown folk, we really can, because we're an anomaly over here. They're like, where are you from? They thought I was from Saudi Arabia or something. My people's from the Philippines, but they thought I was from Saudi Arabia. They're pretty crazy. You can open up anything you want to over here. I've got the tour guide part. If you ever want to visit here, I'm thinking about opening up kind of like I don't even know what you call it, kind of like almost like we're a tour guide coming. We show you the sites, we show you the opportunities, we take you to areas that you could invest in for the price point you want to invest in, and we charge you for that. But I'm telling you, you're going to spend 9 years trying to figure it out, or we can show you as soon as you get here. That's your choice. So as far as labor costs here, get stuff built for little, I mean, they built a nice carport out here, brand new metal carport. It's like $400. Big carport. So stuff is cheap over here, but land is expensive. And you got to know how to jog around all of the governmental stuff. So that takes having the ultimate hookup is, my wife is being Vietnamese because she grew up with this stuff. So it's nothing for us to move around. It's nothing for us to, if you want to open a farm here, you can open a farm, be growing mangoes. And I mean, they got so much of that here, ain't nobody going to buy it. But I mean, you could do it. You could just get over here and build you a house for 50 grand and sit back too. I can show you how to do that. I can show you how to take 150,000 and live well for a long time. Long time. And I can show you how to get the money over here. We can help with all of that stuff. I wasn't quite ready to break that out and start offering it yet, start promoting it on here. But since I was asked the question, I just spit that information real quick. So if y'all need any more info, I can get you my secure email address. We can coordinate there, and then I get you my regular email address once I check you out, make sure you're good, do my background assessment on you, see who I'm dealing with. But yeah, the coffee shop thing, just think about it. I got one cat in all of Vietnam. He's from Switzerland. He darker than me. He melanated being over here. He opened a little cafe, hip hop cafe in Ho Chi Minh City, and he's doing well with that. He's like 1 out of 100 million people that look like him that even exist over here doing something like that. So it's a very good. We're brown folk. You're not looked at over here as like you are in America. You're looked up to, like, if you present yourself well, they're going to look at you highly as opposed to lowly. They might you might, in their mind, they may have seen some American news before showing brown people running around doing stupid stuff, and they like, that's crazy that these people act like this. We got a bad rep all over the world just from the media making sure that we got one. So anywhere we go in the world, we still try to give us trouble, but don't really care. So you really could, anybody could come over here and do well. White, black, Latino. If you was born in America and you Asian and wanted to come to Vietnam, I could teach you how to Dougie. You can still rock it. So let me read some of this other stuff. Be a winner. A temp agency would be a winner. Yeah, as long as it can be communicated. Actually, Americans can do well in the security business over here if you market yourself well, especially VIP security, because even the police don't like to come up to me. They don't talk to me. They kind of go around. They're a little shy, like they're a little scared to talk to me. It doesn't mean they won't try to handle you if you do something wrong, but they don't try to proposition me for money or anything like they would a Vietnamese person. Like, oh, I'm not gonna let you pass through here unless you give me $5, or I'm gonna take your motorbike or whatever. Give them $5 to go your way. I don't get that, because they know they can't communicate with me, so ain't nothing to talk about. I can't get no speeding ticket over here. They don't even write speeding tickets necessarily. They don't have speed traps set up with radar guns and stuff over here. Yeah, you could drink and drive over here. Yeah, I mean, you ain't gonna get a ticket. You might kill yourself, but You ain't getting no ticket and getting a DUI on your. They don't have none of that going on over here, so it's pretty crazy. Um, but yeah, there's a lot to be done here, a lot that can be done here. The trucking industry is pretty big over here, Hoodie Smoke. So I got a guy. He actually became I don't know how many millions. His name is Lin Sung. He's a Vietnamese cat over here. He was buying tractor trailers. He buys them from America, freight liners and stuff, and then ships them back over here, break them down, put them in containers, and they put them back together over here. He done became he probably worth $5 or $6, $7, $8 million right about now, I'm sure, buying and selling trucks. The trucking industry is ever growing here. So I don't know which part of it you mean, like driving trucks or actually selling trucks to them over here or whatever. But yeah, it's booming. They buy a lot of trucks. So I see a lot of Chinese trucks, and the way they set up is a little different than American trucks because of the docks here are different and stuff like that. But yeah, you can. Thanks, C. Marie. I appreciate that. But everything is doing something over here probably better than America, like depending on the money's different, but for the cost of living, so if I charge somebody $1,000 for something, maybe in America I would have charged them 10,000, but that $1,000 over here, that's a whole month worth of living you could do with that $1,000, literally paying for everything you need to pay for, and still having a couple of bucks left. So the cost of living is much lower here than. You got to come up with a lot more money in America just to be even, just to be like, yo, okay, I can hit it again tomorrow. So that's the breakdown. Lots of opportunities for foreigner entertainment stuff, foreigner related clubs, making films and entertainment and movies. They ain't seen none of that. I'm writing some stuff right now for all this stuff I see. I'm writing like little movie trailers I'm gonna come out with and market those through my entertainment company, because they don't see us doing that over here. It's all Asian stuff. So there's a whole bunch of room on the entertainment, music and entertainment. They playing, they young folks is listening to our style music. And so, but nobody's over here looking like me producing that type of music. They're copying ours, but ain't nobody like, I could be the Berry Gordy of Vietnam if I wanted to. So that's a possibility too. But yeah, you welcome, man. Appreciate you. Buy some gold earrings on the Vietnamese, but I cannot read it. Yeah, so just copy and paste, copy all that stuff off their website, and then go on Google Translate and then paste it in there, Lisa, and then it'll translate for you all the stuff they talking about. Because you probably can't tell how much money. I wouldn't order nothing like for them to mail it. If you got a Vietnamese jewelry store in your city somewhere, I would physically go there and then purchase direct right at the counter, cash for gold. That's how I would do it. And it's gonna be 24K. It ain't gonna be 18 and 22, and it's gonna be 24,999.9 gold. That's all they buy. So all right, y'all. I got to get on with the day. Get jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Okay, I'm not going to go into my Will Smith thing right now. But appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Appreciate that love offering there. Andy, end times are here. Yep, you right, Andy. The end times for all the nonsense we got up here that's messing us up is over. That's over. It's time to move on, roll out positively, and get this thing pumping. Appreciate all of y'all. Come back on the comments. Throw some stuff on there for me. It really helps. Love you too, bro. Appreciate you, Andy. Everybody that's on here, y'all the dopest. Y'all the dope 50. This is y'all's time, y'all's thing. Let's get this thing, y'all. Until the next one, I'll holler at y'all later. This is Major, signing off for another kind of cool, groovy video. Peace.